Okay, so the other day I come home only to be greeted with this sound. So this is the sound I got when I walked in the door the other day. My UPS going crazy and shrill noise coming from it, indicating that it needed a new battery. That's better. So what I wanted to show today, how to replace the battery in your UPS. If you have trepidation dealing with batteries, electrical, all that sort of thing, maybe this isn't the video for you. But if you have a UPS you've been using for a while, the battery has gone bad, and instead of just tossing your old reliable UPS, you would much rather put in a brand new battery for about half the cost of getting a whole brand new unit. I want to walk you through what you would have to do in order to do the replacement. I've done it on a lot of different units. It's really not that complicated, but I kind of want to walk through some of the basic steps in terms of getting a new battery, replacing the old one, what to do with the old one once it's been replaced. I'm a big fan of the UPSs from APC. They make gigantic UPSs for data centers. They make the smaller ones for the hobbyists. I've got probably 4 or 5 of my own. 2 just in my general area here that I use with my units. When you need to replace the battery, it's important to get the actual model number. You might also want to write down the serial number. You can do a check for that too. I'll show in another clip how to go onto the actual website to then look for this model number and be able to get the actual type of battery that we're going to need, because each UPS is slightly different and has, it's got different capacities, so it's going to have different sizes for battery, different model numbers, and you want to make sure you get the right one. So the first thing we want to do is figure out, well, what's the replacement battery for our unit? In my particular case, it's the BE550G. So I went to APC replacement battery, search, and it goes to a selector app on the APC website. I type in BE550G, and I see that it's the APC RBC 110. I can then purchase it either through APC itself, or I could go on Amazon, Newegg, a whole host of different ones to be able to get a new replacement battery. I would recommend getting an actual APC battery versus a knockoff. That way you're assured that you have something that's going to work, that's going to be recognized by your unit. It has the same quality as the APC UPCs. I've always done them as far as getting the genuine versus the knockoffs. If there are those that have tried other ones, please let me know. Conceivably, this would be the same for other kinds of APC units, cyber power and so forth. I don't have as much experience with those. I know a lot of people really like them. Research and see the best way to get a replacement for those. The nice thing with a lot of these, let's say Amazon, is you can normally get them within a couple days. It's kind of a toss-up because you don't want to order them too early and just have them sitting around. But at the same time, when they start to go bad, you need them right away. So what you could always do is sort of judge, maybe after a couple years or something, maybe just proactively replace them. To be honest, though, I've always done it sort of reactive versus proactive. So once we have the unit, what we're going to do is a couple things. Obviously, do not have it plugged in. So we just got it sitting here. Don't plug it in. Don't have anything connected to it. Turn it over, whatever it might be. We're going to open it up. And you'll soon discover when you take out this battery that the bulk of the weight of the whole thing is pretty much just the battery. So we've got our leads here. The easiest way is to pull this out slightly so that we can get to them. I might have to move it a little, tilt it down so we can get to the leads. Okay. Pull those out. Let's see. Let's pull it a little farther. Okay, that's a little easier. Okay. Let's turn it around. Now we can pull off that one. Okay. There's our dead battery. Genuine. This one, I don't even know if it had, they even put, oh, here. So this particular one is the APC RBC110. Okay, let's get our new battery. Okay. They make it relatively foolproof. Red, black. Red, black. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to slide it onto this guy and then onto the black. It is a pretty tight fit. And I won't lie, it can be a little challenging, but as far as getting everything to fit and the wires back. But I would first do the red just because it's on the lower. Okay, let's see. Maybe if we tilt it a little bit, might help. All right, we got the red on. Let's put the black. Okay. Now we lay it in. Make sure nothing's getting crimped. That red looks like it's getting a little bent there. I guess it looks okay. Okay. Oh, that kind of, just so you can see what it looks like. It looks pretty clean. Okay. All right. Let's plug it in and make sure we don't get a squeal anymore. All right, we want to wait till that light stops. Okay, good. What I like to do is leave it plugged in for a while after I've put in a new battery. That way it helps to start recharging and getting the battery to full power, and then start putting on my units. And I'll do it little by little so that way, I get a sense of the draw of, on the unit. Now, this particular one, and a lot of units are like this, is that they have two sets. So this one are the battery backup. So anything in these particular ones will be on battery. These are just for like a normal surge protector. So it's handy in that, let's say you had, I don't know, maybe, perhaps a monitor, maybe something that's not as critical, maybe a printer you could perhaps put on these. And then for like your NAS, your router, your cable modem, these you can put on here. Now, one thing that I would suggest is that you'll notice that how the prongs are on here. Now, the problem with that is these work great for just a normal type of plug, but a lot of times with the routers, they go this way. And so the problem is that, yeah, it might work, it might fit if it's right here, but what if you try to put it here? Well, now you've eaten up a spot. So what I've purchased, and I'll include a link in the comments, these are pretty nifty. They're UL listed, made by Cable Matters. And what they do is they allow the plug to reorient itself. So as example, if I plug this in, okay, I can now plug in my, I can do it on a couple sides. So I could put my maybe one router going on this side, another router going on this side. The routers pull down such little juice, but you don't want to be eating up all your nice receptacles here. But if I stick here, yeah, it's kind of bleeding into this one, but I could put, and I have it set up where I've got a router on both of them. I think I may have even done one where I did 3, but I don't want to encourage that in case, depending on what you're plugging in, you don't want to put too much juice onto one of them. But it gives a nice option to at least move it around. This one's far enough away, so if you had a really weird kind of large brick, you could stick it on here. Maybe you might be able to have one router going this way, another one going here if you needed to, as far as the plugs. The Netgears especially always seem to go this direction. But again, this helps to kind of reorient, move it around, gives you some options in terms of so that you don't waste any of your receptacles. One other cool thing with these units is that they come with connectors with a data port. And what this is that it looks like it's for a telephone, but really the unit comes with, it plugs in here. The other side is usually a USB connector. That can then go into your computer, and you can run software that will monitor the UPS. It will even, if the UPS, let's say, is running out of juice, it can send a signal. Your computer, NAS, whatever, sees that and says, oh, hey, I need to shut myself down. But I would suggest using that software, or at least some way so that you can monitor and be able to check on the efficiency of your unit. It will also sometimes give you information like what's the runtime, hey, how much battery, based on everything that's plugged in, is it going to give you 10 minutes of battery backup, 20 minutes, etc.? And then you might then decide, well, maybe I need to have more of these so that I can have longer run times before they shut down.
Please do not throw your old battery into the trash, because that's just going to go straight into the landfill and just sit there with all the toxic chemicals and so forth. My suggestion would be APC has a battery recycling in which they'll give you a free label and you can send it back FedEx, or you can look for other kinds of drop-offs that might be near you. If you have a hazardous waste drop-off nearby, drop off the battery there too. It's just good for the environment,